como gente, se comporta como gente. Ay, 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 ay. Tá aqui, tá aqui, tá aqui, tá aqui. What's up, check, check.
Today I'm here with Initiative DKF, and I just want to promote what they have going on because they have an awesome brand, and I just want to shed some light on them. First of all, can you guys just introduce yourselves?
I'm DK, I'm the Artistic Director of Initiative DKF.
I'm Wafai, I'm the Executive Director of Initiative DKF.
Alright, and I just want you guys just to talk a little bit more about what it stands for and what you guys do.
I didn't do that. Okay, so let's go right to the beginning almost of our working relationship. We're both multidisciplinary artists. You act, you write, you direct, you dance.
Creative.
Yeah,
a little bit
I
of
she does it amazingly. I model. I used to act, produce, direct a little bit too, and we met through an audition actually. I was auditioning for her.
I guess it went well.
Actually, I didn't get a part. But no, since then we just clicked, and any project she had, I would be happy to join in, and any project I had, as small as they were, she'd be happy to help me. And so we were like, let's do this fully, let's do it properly as a team, and then that's how we started. That's how we started. Yeah. So that was like 2014, right?
Yeah.
So you've been doing it for some time now.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And what was like the main purpose behind why you wanted to start Initiative DKF?
Okay. Well, essentially it was about what we both believe in. So because we are both multidisciplinary and we both do so many different art forms, a big thing, especially in UK, is just how things and art is created. So our main three genres are dance, theatre and film.
Okay.
And growing up, I noticed that I see things differently. I like things different. So whereas I'll be in groups and people had different ideas, mine was always seen as either the weird one or you don't really do that, and it wasn't conventional. So I wanted to join forces with other people who thought that you can do things differently and it's okay to explore art differently. So a basic example is just that in UK, a lot of the storylines we get are estate walls and hoodies and road life, and that's all great because those stories exist and they need to be told, but then there's also so many variables and stories that are not being told, and also how they're being told. And that's another thing, that's another area in general, like it doesn't have to just be A, B, C, D. You might start with Z and then go to E and then go to F.
Yeah, I understand.
That's what Initiative is about.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Can you talk about what you guys have coming up in 2018?
We don't know yet for sure. But Men in the Box Festival, that's gonna be amazing. Hopefully, that's one of our first projects we ever did. The first time we did it, which is all about, like you said, diverse storylines and diverse storytelling. Just the black experience from every angle, if that makes sense. Especially as the British black, because obviously we get here a lot of things like scandal and have to go with murder, all those things.
I don't even want to cut you off, but still, I just want to know, just because being an American, what is like the culture of British black people?
And that's what is being defined more now. Like, funny enough, when I grew up, I didn't really feel there was one. But we were part of the generation, and some of our parents were part of the generation making that. And it's for me, it's a very British black thing to have a conversation with another British black. And in that conversation, you're going to hear about 5 different accents. So you'll hear a Yardie, patois, you'll hear an African accent, you might hear a bit of a geezer come through, like, yo, black, and it mixes. And that is just because of multicultural Britain and all our parents and their dialects, and we mix it together. And right now, what's taken the the world by storm music-wise is Afro Swing. It's a new name they've coined for it, but the music is kind of like if you listen to Kojo Fonds or Jay Huss, the linguistics and the language takes from that same culture, different accents.
I gotta listen to that. I haven't heard of it.
So so that is British black. Grime is British black. Trevor Nelson is British black. Like, there's things that is a memory that you'll remember as a kid. That's very, Mark Morrison. Like on a music level, you can identify it. But I feel like we need to identify it not just in that, but in film. Like Desmond's. Growing up watching Desmond, and that being one of the only actual shows that showed British, or from a British side, black family and how they're living, and they were Caribbean, and we could identify with that because of everything that happened systematically and Windrush, and there's so much to go into, but it's about finding that. And Melanin Box Festival is a competition which allows artists, dance artists, theatre artists, musicians, film as well, artists to come together and show their different side of the story. And Melanin Box is just about showing those different things, so we want to bring that back.
That's great. That's great. Just with some more of your previous work, is there anything that you want to promote, or just that the crowd should take a look at?
I think stay locked in. I think the biggest thing is stay locked in because we've got loads of different areas and artists that we work with as our team. So right now we've been working on Scalped, which is an outdoor theatre production, dance theatre production / exhibition, looking at black women and hair and how that affects us in a Western world, Western society working, and we're in the process of that right now, which has been great. And we're also in the process of developing Melanin Box Festival again. And we've also got Silhouettes, which is a style of work I write in, which is black women talking about black issues, but the way it's done artistically is very different. It's a choreo poem, it's got loads of poetry, direct address with the audience, and physical theatre. So there's a lot of things we're working on, and
I'm gonna just plug quickly Wine and Coach. That's like it's our ladies liberation event. It's a free wine. Free wine, free strawberries, free chocolate. It's just literally lay your hair down. Be you. Be the professional in the day. Be the ratchet in the night. We don't care. That's all of you. So be all of you and have the freedom to do that. The space, the safety to do that. That's. And
I like that because a lot of organizations, they kind of want you to just be this specific thing at this specific time, but we have multiple sides to all of that.
Exactly.
So that's
and
great.
Funny enough, we started that with, I don't know if you know Isis Diamond.
I'm not
she's from Miami actually, and she's an artist, or she lives in Miami now, and she's like a pole artist, athlete. She's also a gymnast. She's so dope in what she does, and so we connected, and that's how we created Wine and Coach. So hopefully, she said she's going to be back from Miami this year, so we'll be doing another one with her in July. Fingers crossed. So
Wow, that's awesome. Now, since we're on I Am Devoted, I just want you guys to talk about what it means to stay devoted to your craft, and how do you kind of handle the humps of not necessarily gaining success right away. Sometimes, like, it's a slow grind. I know it's a slow grind sometimes. And just talk about that. Like, what keeps you going? What keeps you devoted?
Boy. I don't even know where to start with that, because I think everyone always sees the outside. Like, I think people assume that we've got like this pot of money, or that things are going well all the time, and no. And I think for me, I'll say partly I think it's because the Nigerian in me, and I say that because of things I've learned from my mum, and that you just persevere, like you push on. Some of those things are positive and they're also negative. So I'm on the negative side. On the negative side, I'm learning how to still prioritize myself and your mental health as an artist.
Of course.
Because that's what I think slows us down or deteriorates us as artists. We don't take enough time to look at what do you need to keep going, take your pause. And one of the things I had to do is I have to make one day a week, which is just for me. And I've started doing that, where I'm not touching any work, and I have to force myself. Do not do no work. You are going to be a bum today.
That's smart, though.
Because I'm on autopilot. My mind, I'll think of like 500 things at one time. I know I'll be having a conversation with one friend. I'll be like, oh, this, and then it's too much. So sometimes, especially if you're trying to be out here hustling, whether you're an artist or not, and having your own business or own platform, you need to take time just for you. I think that helps me to recharge and continue going on now. And I think just there is no other option, which is the Nigerian side of me, where it's like, you can't do nothing else. You are going to win. You are going to be successful, and you will not fail. So that helps. And then having the right people around you. And I learned it so hard to let go of people who may not have been good for my journey just because I wanted that bond or I wanted it to work. And you have to learn the process and learn people are good for different seasons and times, and sometimes those people are going to be the whole way through. But don't hold on to things that are not for your journey and persevere. I think that's the thing.
That's awesome. I learned that the hard way, but you're so right about that. Just as far as like your ideal long-term goals, do you have anything specific? Like, what ideally would you want Initiative DKF to like turn into long-term, like big picture? Any
buildings, lots of buildings. We want to own, like, if we could, no money's not an object. We would have literally probably art centers in every single city, like across the UK as well as in America, hopefully, and anywhere else that will have us, because it's like, I suppose, I know for me, my journey with art and stuff it's been such a big part of me in terms of, especially as a Nigerian, you have a lot of contention and people sort of telling you not to go down this route, but it's transformative, and the more you persevere, the more they start to go, oh, okay, no, you do, that's my son, and I'm just like, remember last week,
exactly.
But no, so it's just it's that, like, art's amazing. I almost want to make sure everyone has that chance, because a lot of people, they'll get to like 40 or something, and then they'll realize, oh, I should have been a painter, and you're like, oh, it's too late, but it's not actually too late. Like, don't ever think that it's too late to start your dreams and stuff like that. Like, I'm saying this as if I've reached, but that's the vision. Exactly. That's the vision.
I definitely am a supporter of Black people owning businesses and even owning buildings, like you said, because we just need to own more, because then we can have the creative control to do whatever we want to do, because sometimes when you're renting out buildings, you have to ask too much. And I know you guys can relate to that. And it's just great that one day, I do believe in you guys, and I know you'll get there. And just when you actually have creative control for everything, and have all the funds, all the capital, it's going to be amazing. For anybody trying to collab with you all or try to be in anything that you guys are showing, how could they get in contact with you guys?
Wow. Sorry. Social media, I would say, is the best way to do it.
Okay.
Instagram is at DKF.I. Our Twitter is Initiative DKF. Our individual ones, if you're trying to do initiative, just go through that one, please. But if you want an amazing dancer or choreographer, obviously it's at DK Fash. If you're looking for a model, obviously, or art director or whatever,
or anything,
just amazing, beautiful person. My at wofai.je. That's wofai.je. So yeah.
Is there any advice to anybody? Is there any advice that you want to give anybody that is trying to get into theater or dance or art? Like, what advice would you give to somebody that doesn't necessarily know how to get started, but has their passion? Study what?
Your craft.
Gotcha.
That's it. Whatever it is you want to do, I think study, especially artists, because what I notice of just British actors, a lot of the time, they don't know where to go or where to start, but also it's overall, a lot of the time people feel like it's an art form, it's creative, we can just fly into it, just get a camera, and that's a great mentality. You can just get a camera, but you're going to be much better if you've got a camera and also got a book.
Exactly.
Or got a camera and then also took a class.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you're going to use, and I feel like, especially when it comes to acting or creativity, your imagination is going to lead you most of the way, but that studying that you do will help back that up, because in your imagination you'll be like, oh, I remember this, and I can use that technique and that technique, and it sparks fly. So I would say no matter what you do, study. If you haven't got the money to go to classes, there is YouTube now, there is books, there's so many avenues for you to just study the craft more, just to give you that extra polish, so that's what I'd say.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Is there any last words you want to leave the audience with? Anything you're trying to promote? Just any last words?
Book me. I think I kind of want to just give more of what she said. Study and respect your craft, because I think the respect thing, people really do take for granted how much work goes into everything. Like, like talking about from the outside looking in, everyone thinks, oh my god, it's so amazing and everything. And no. like for a single day event, you're spending at least 3 months. And if it's more than 1 day, that's gonna be another month on top. Another artist you like it's crazy. Don't ever think that it's just gonna be like people get into creative stuff a lot. Like a modeling, for example, I can always say, people always talk to me, oh, but it's so glamorous. I'm just like, nah, G. Like if I don't go to the gym before the shoot, I'm not booked. Like there's a lot of hard work that you have to put in and be willing to put in before you get to the golden part at the end of the rainbow, because the rainbow starts with rain.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.